I'm really excited to introduce our next guest, which needs really no introduction. She is a household name across North Dakota, and she is near and dear to our hearts at Brave the Shave because of her dedications and what the difference that she has made in not just North Dakota, but in the world. So we welcome Cara Mund, former Miss America, to the Brave the Shave-a-thon today, or not today. This is the day before, but it'll be airing tomorrow. So thank you for being here.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to be here and, first time doing it virtually. So this is exciting and, taking it onto a new platform, but to keep making an impact.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we've been plowing through a whole new world, aren't we, right now with virtual interviews and dogs barking in the background and everything else. But hey, we're going to make a difference, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I wanted Cara and I met you years back when my son was diagnosed with cancer. The local Freedom Riders group, which is just an incredible group in Bismarck here, so giving. And you and your mom, I think, were at that. Is that right?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and that's where we met Cara for the first time, and she met my son Dash, who was going through treatment at that time. But then also we've had a couple interactions. So, and then you all of a sudden went from Cara Mund to big Cara Mund. Everybody knows Cara Mund now. So congratulations. I haven't talked with you since. So congratulations on just such a wonderful past few years. And really wanted to bring you on and ask you about your connections with these kids and some of the organizations that you work with. So going back to when you met my son, you were working with Make-A-Wish, right?
Yes. And I've worked with Make-A-Wish for quite a few years. I've worked with Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So the kids, the honorees that are, through Brave the Shave, most of them I've had contact with from their other organizations. So Carrie Jo, she's one. I met Grace at an event in Dickinson. Your son Dash. Let's see, Landon LaValle, met Landon. It's pretty amazing how the support comes out in our community for these kids and for their families.
It is. It's really unbelievable. We were just mentioning off air on how this started with 3 guys in 2008, and now fast forward last year, Brave the Shave raised over $500,000, and that's all community efforts. So, yeah, like you said, just an amazing community effort to support these families. Now, are you still working somewhat with those organizations, with Make-A-Wish or Children's Miracle?
Yes, what I can do. So I still have Make-A-Wish, and then I served as Miss America as the National Goodwill Ambassador for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So I got to go all around the country, hospitals. I think my very first one was in LA, and then I did some, on the East Coast, and always came back. And the North Dakota hospitals, I think, are always the most special.
So tell me a little bit more about that. Children's Miracle Network is, I mean, I have my own personal stories with what we went through. They are a wonderful organization. When you were working with them, what all did you experience, or what difference did you see that making in the kids' lives?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. More stories than I could even write a book on.
Yeah, exactly.
Watching miracles happen, and something I like with both organizations, Make-A-Wish and Children's Miracle Network, was that the funds stayed local. So you really knew that you were helping kids in your community. So very similar to Brave the Shave, is that those dollars that you're giving are helping those people right there in your community that need it most. But I had some really great moments in the hospitals, and then some also really really tough moments that being Miss America didn't prepare me for. But I took it with me, and one of them was sitting with a mom as her son was on hospice. But then on the other hand, I got to be there as a girl finished her last cancer treatment, and so really kind of getting to see all aspects of it, those really things that we cheer for, and making that milestone of finally finishing treatment, but then also the hard ones, and being there when the families need it most.
You're in a unique position that you've experienced a lot of what I would say almost reserved exclusively for the parents. Almost no one else really gets that firsthand experience of the tough times or the tough news. or the celebration of ringing the bell and all the highs and the lows. It must have been incredibly impactful on you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I said, that year as Miss America was only 1 year. But the impact that you make can last a lifetime. And, getting to keep those contacts. I have a lot of the families I've met outside of North Dakota that I still stay in contact with, still checking in, celebrating milestones there of, getting past middle school and getting into high school
Yes.
now. And, just those things that, at that age I had taken advantage of. And for these families, it's such a huge accomplishment. So yeah.
Yeah, that it really, really is. And we look at the kids that went through treatment. When you look at them now, I keep talking about my son, but I'm going to keep talking about my son because
Yes.
he's a prime example. You would never guess it. He is a strong young man, and it's you'd never guess that he went through something like that. But at the same time, I have had the sad experiences that we've talked with a lot of families within our group that have sadly lost their children. And that's the reality of this disease, not only for pediatric, but for anybody that's affected by cancer, obviously. So thank you for everything that you do for these kids and for what you continue to do to help them. We were fortunate. We went on a Make-A-Wish trip, and we were
Yes.
helped by Children's Miracle Network, and now with Brave the Shave. The way that we help in helping financially the kids and the families locally. Were you ever in a situation where you seen how that could impact a family, or a conversation where the family was in financial dire straits?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And when your child's going through cancer, I've seen it. The priority is not getting those bills paid. It's making sure that your child is comfortable, making sure that your child is taken care of, feels loved, in such a scary, scary time. And so anything that can help, just alleviate those stresses on top of everything else that they're feeling is so important. And specifically right here in our community, to see that we are impacting, those families that need it most. And I don't think there can ever be enough done, because I don't think until you're in that situation. And myself, my mom is a cancer survivor herself, and it's really tough for on not only the child but also on the family. And so just help alleviating some of those, specifically also for the parents. The child's going through such a tough time, but making sure that the parents are really able to help that child through it, and being able to alleviate anything that they may need.
You're exactly right. It's a whole family fight, isn't it? It's not just one person going through the treatment. The brothers, the sisters, moms, dads, grandparents, they're all in it together.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a tough battle. So making sure that you have those supporters along the way is so crucial.
Well, we sure appreciate the way that you support these kids, the way that you support Brave the Shave, and all the families and everybody that you've had an impact on. You're just an incredibly wonderful person. I do have to ask, what's next for Cara Mund? Where are you at in life now?
Oh. Yeah, so I'm currently in law school. So just finishing my first year, and so unprecedented there too is who would have thought my first year of law school, half of it would be online. um, so just adapting to those circumstances, but very grateful that we've taken the precautions, made sure everyone in our family has stayed healthy, and specifically, I mean, as a family that has had a lot of members sick, making sure that we're protecting the most vulnerable is so crucial. But same time, recognizing that the world just doesn't stop, and there's still families that need help and need support, and so being able to help provide that.
Well, thank you so much, Cara, for your words. They're so wonderful, and it's so great to see you again, even though it's on the computer screen. But it's wonderful to see you again, and we hope to see you at some events once we can all be together again. And wish you the very best luck in law school. Congratulations from North Dakota. We are all so proud of you. So thank you for being on.
Yes. Well, thank you for all you do. And, I always remember like in middle school, high school, knowing, when someone participated in Brave the Shave. And, it's a sign of a true community. And so I thank you for everything you've done, not only for these families, but also just raising awareness of, things that are important right here in our community.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our mission, and we won't stop doing it. And COVID won't stop us from doing it either.
No way.
Thank you, Cara.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.